Hello students, this is Sarika, your maths teacher. So in my previous video, I have explained the introduction of comparing quantities. What is the introduction of comparing quantities? That what are the topics which I covered in that video? Ratio, right? What is ratio? How do we solve the questions of ratio? Percentage, increase percentage, decrease percentage, and what is SP, what is CP, and what is profit and loss? How do we solve the problems of profit and loss? Right? So now in this video, I'll be explaining discounts and tax problems, right? So whenever some children, they get confused in discount and tax, whether to add or subtract, right? So whenever you go to a shop, right? So whenever you buy some, suppose you are buying some shirt, right? So there is a list price there, that is called a marked price. Marked price or list price is the same thing, which is written on that article, whatever is the article, right? So that is called the mark price. So the shopkeeper says that he's going to give you some discount, right? Okay, children. So discount, after discount, he says that now the cost was 1,000, now it has been reduced to 800. So means the discount is subtracted from the mark price, then you have to pay the amount, and that is called the selling price. So mark price, list price means the price on the article before subtracting that discount, and after you have to pay the selling price. So discount minus, you have to subtract the discount, or minus karte ho mark price se, then you have to pay that amount, that is called the selling price, right? So there is a question related to this discount, right, children? So here it is subtracted, right, in short, and this is added. I'm just explaining the difference here. So SP is the price which you pay, right? So this is a mark price, list price, discount is subtracted. But what happens here, the amount which you pay, SP, उसमें क्या होता है, the marked price में tax is added. Tax is added, discount is subtracted. I hope this difference is clear. Discount is subtracted, tax is added. Then you pay the amount afterwards, right? So there is a question here. Mark price of TV is 16,200, and the selling price which the amount which was charged by the customer, right? That by the shopkeeper, and the customer paid this amount, 13,770. So now we have to find the discount percentage. For finding the discount percentage, there is a formula. Discount percentage is equal to discount upon MP into 100. Whatever you have to calculate, you have to take in the numerator. Discount percentage means you have to find discount. So take discount here. Here you have to take the original value. Original value was MP, marked price. जो उस पे marked price है वो original है. So यहाँ पे आप always you put the original value. So discount upon MP into 100. So here what is discount? Discount will be the difference of MP minus SP, and that is MP. What is MP? This minus this is 2430. Now how to calculate the discount percentage? The formula is here. Now you have to put discount, that is this, upon MP. MP is this, right, into 100. You can cancel these zeros, you can divide it by 2, right? Then you will get answer 15%, right? You can cancel it by 2, table of 2, right? So I hope it is clear. When you have to find the discount percentage, you need discount. Discount is the difference of the marked price and the selling price, right? Which was the price earlier and which you paid, right? So difference discount देता है आपको. What is the discount? आप discount percent में डालो, discount डालो, divide by MP into 100, and you get the percentage of the discount. तो अगर shopkeeper के जो articles थे उसका the amount which was written there, it was 16,200, and he asked you to pay this amount, तो आपको कितना discount मिला? 15%. You can calculate the discount. Sometimes they tell you कि we are giving 25% discount, we are giving 20% discount. You can calculate yourself also. So discount percentage is calculated by discount. जो amount हो, shopkeeper is saying कि अभी इसकी cost ये है, बाद में इसकी ये हो, कि आप difference निकालो, वो discount होगा, उसको original price MP से divide कर लो into 100, तो आप check करो कि how much percent discount he is giving, right? He can't cheat you. You can calculate yourself. If he is saying 15% discount, तो आप खुद calculate करो, right? Now tax. Sometimes the articles, right, the shopkeeper says that the tax will be added here, right? This is the price of the article, that is the marked price, and the tax will be added, right? 7% tax will be added. So you can calculate yourself. जो उसकी cost है उसका 7% निकालो, उसी में add करो, तो वो cost वो आपसे selling price charge करेगा, right? So now here there is again one question. The article was of rupees 500, right? So tax percent is given. So tax 7% of tax will be added to it because taxes are added and discounts are subtracted. So now here SP is the amount which the customer pays. So उसमें क्या होगा, जो उसका वहाँ पे मार्क प्राइस होगा आर्टिकल का, उसमें टैक्स ऐड होगा. तो 500 is the mark price. Tax is added. What is the tax? 7% off. When it is written in percentage, it is percentage of something. Something means here is mark price. So 7% of 500. 7%. In order to remove this percent, you write 100 in the denominator. Off means multiply, and just do this calculation and you will get the answer. Here 100, 2 zeros I am cancelling. 7 5 size 35. So 535. So the article was of 500, but the shopkeeper charged us 535 because he was saying that 7% tax has been added in this. So tax add करने पे उसको 535 extra pay करना पड़ा customer को, right? I hope it's clear, right? Discounts हम subtract करते हैं mark price से, right? Mark price में like 1000 rupees का article है, उसमें the discount is 200. So 1000 minus 200, the SP कितना होगा 800. तो वो चीज़ आपको 800 में मिलेगी. तो discounts are subtracted. Discount percentage बोला तो discount upon MP into 100. Discount निकाल लो, subtract कर लो MP SP को, right? वहाँ डाल लो, divide by mark price लिख लो, into 100 you get the percentage of discount जो आपको मिला है. Then here is the tax. Simple है, टैक्स की परसेंटेज दे रखी है, राइट? सो हम अगर विल बी फाइंडिंग द सेलिंग प्राइस. सेलिंग मतलब जिस चीज में वो आर्टिकल हैज बीन सोल्ड बाय द शॉपकीपर, राइट? सो वो क्या होगा, ओरिजिनल प्राइस तो उसका हो गई, उसमें टैक्स ऐड होगा. कितना टैक्स है? 7%. 7% ऑफ किसका निकालना है? कोई अमाउंट तो होना चाहिए ना, तो वो एमपी का होता है 7%. अगर कोई आर्टिकल 500 का है तो 7% उसी आर्टिकल का होगा. 7% ऑफ मीन्स मल्टीप्लाई परसेंटेज को लेना. In order to remove this percentage, we put 100 and here do the calculation, and this is the answer, which 500 की बजाय you have to pay 535 because tax has been added. I hope these two topics are clear now, discount and tax. Okay children? Okay children, now you know how to calculate the SP when discount is given and or tax is given. Now how to find selling price when MP is given, mark price is given and discount is given. So this is a formula. You can directly find out SP when MP is given and discount percent is given. And how to find MP when SP is given and discount percent is given, right? So I've taken question where you have to find SP, MP and discount percent is given. I've taken a question where you have to find MP, SP and discount percent is given. You just have to apply the formula, just do the calculations. So MP is 1200, discount is 25, 1200 again. You just have to solve this. Just you can cancel these two zeros. 12 right here, 25 into 12, that is 300 and the answer comes 900. So SP will be 900 when MP is 1200 and discount is 25. So this is a shortcut way. Using this formula you can find out SP when MP and discount percent are given, right? Now here you have to find MP. Formula is here. Just write the formula 100 upon 100 minus discount into SP, right children? So just substitute the value of SP and discount. So you be able to solve 100 upon, this is 85 here with 544, right? First I will cancel this with 5, right? Here 5 20s are, here 5 ones are 5, right? 5 sevens are 35. Now you can cancel it by the table. You can divide in draft. 544 divided by 17. So that will be 32. So here it will be 640 rupees, right? So, okay. So mark price will be rupees. You have to put the symbol of sign of rupees, right? So we have done the questions. How to find SP, MP and discount percent given. How to find MP when SP and discount percent are given. Right children? So you can do the questions in which you have to find SP, you have to find MP. I hope it's clear. Now we'll do the next topic. Okay students, we have done profit loss questions, right? But we have not done the questions in which there are overhead charges. What do you mean by this overhead charges? Overhead charges means in Like in profit and loss questions, we know that we have CP. CP is the cost by which we have bought that article, right? That is the cost of the article which we have paid for that article, right? That is CP. Then we sold that article, that is SP. Sometimes what happens when we buy something, suppose we buy some house, right? Then we do some repairing in that house, and that also costs us some money. So then we find out the total cost price, right? The money in which we bought the house plus the money जो हमने उसमें रिपेयर किया. So जितने में खरीदा, जितने में रिपेयर किया, वो total CP, that is the total CP, right? So we consider that as a total CP. So here I have taken one problem in which we'll be discussing the same thing, right? Okay. Now here the question is that Shankar bought a house for 9 lakh, right? Here 4,000, and spent 56,000 on its repair. So then what you have to find out? The total CP, right? Cost price plus the repair cost, repairing cost, the total CP is called the new CP, right? And then he sold that house for 9,36,000. So you have to find out his gain or loss. First of all, we have to decide whether we are getting, whether this Shankar is suffering gain or loss. So how do we find out? Let us see. The new CP is the CP plus the amount spent on the repair. That comes out to be this much. And he sold that house for this much, right? So this is greater than this. This amount, 9,60,000 is greater, which is the new CP. It means CP is greater than SP. जब आपका CP greater होता है SP से, आपने ज़्यादा खर्चा कर लिया, आपने उसको sell less में किया, तो आपको loss हुआ, right? So we have decided that he suffered a loss. So let us find out loss percentage. So loss percentage is equal to loss upon CP, that is the new one, into 100. So what is the loss? Loss will be the difference of these two, right? Sorry, just a second, I'll write this. Okay, now 9,000, right? 9,36,000 upon the CP, the new one. Okay, children, right, into 100. You can solve this and you'll be able to find out. First you find the difference here, right? The difference, you'll be able to find out that difference will be 24,000 upon 960,000 into 100, right? You can cancel out the zeros, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 with this, right? You can divide it by, it becomes 240 by 96, and that comes in fractions 5 by 2, and that is 2.5% loss, right, children? Now see what we did here. I'll repeat this problem here again. Shankar bought house for this amount. Then he spent some money on repairing it before selling it. So the total CP becomes this. This, sorry, not this. This plus this is this. Total CP is this. Now SP, the amount in which he sold, that is this. So now do the comparison here. This is greater than this. This is SP, this is CP. This is the new CP. CP is greater than SP, right? So he suffered a loss. Let us find out the loss percentage. Loss percentage, the formula is loss upon CP into 100. Substitute the values. Loss is the difference. Loss means difference of CP minus SP upon CP to 100. Do the calculations, you will get the answer. So it means Shankar suffered a loss of 2.5% loss, right? I hope this problem question is clear. Okay, children, now we'll do the next topic. Okay, students, now the new topic is simple interest and compound interest, right? Now you have already understood what is discount, what is tax, right? How to profit and loss, whatever. Now, what do you mean by simple interest and what do you mean by the compound interest, right? Now here, simple interest, right? It is just calculated by the simple formula P into R into T by 100. What is P? P is the principal. Principal means the starting value, right? Like you deposit some money in the bank in the starting. So starting, that is principal, right? Suppose you take some loan. You have taken loan of 2 lakhs. So wo jo starting amount, that is the principal, right? R means the rate. Rate is in percentage, 5%. T is the time, right? So this is simple interest. Then there's a word amount, right? what happens? Suppose you have taken a loan, right? So some interest is being added in that principal. So after 2 years you have to pay some money, including those interests, right? So you have to pay money back to the bank, and that is the amount which you have to pay. Or you deposit some money in the bank. Suppose I deposit 5 lakhs in the bank, right, for 5 years. After 5 years उसमें टैक्स टुक्स लगेंगे, right? I'll be getting some money back. So that money which I get back is the amount. Principal starting value जो आपको मिलता है rates के बाद, that is the amount, right? So what is amount? How do we calculate amount? In terms of simple interest, it is the principal plus simple interest. अगर आपने simple interest के उस पर calculate किया, so amount is found by principal जो आपकी starting value है उसमें आप simple interest calculate करके निकाल के उसमें add कर दो. Then there is another formula also. Amount is principal, right? P means principal, bracket 1 plus rate upon 100 upon power to the power n. N means the time for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, right? So the values of n will be according to the number of years, right? Now comes the compound interest, right? Compound interest means a little complicated than simple interest, right? Compound interest, like suppose in first year it is rate of 9%, in second year 10%, whatever, right? So what is compound interest? Compound interest is just the difference of amount minus principal. When you calculate the amount this way, in the last compound interest, in order to find the compound interest, you just have to take that amount which you have calculated and minus the principal, right? Which you have calculated this amount according to the number of years, rate, whatever. Then we apply this formula for the compound interest. Okay, now suppose you have different rates. How to calculate the amount for different rates of interest? Different rates of interest means for the first year it will be 5%, then for the second year 5.5%, then next year 6%, like that. Accordingly we have different rates for per year, annually, yearly, right? So how to calculate, how to find this amount here? Here it was only one rate, right? The same formula is used. Principal in the bracket is 1 plus rate upon 100. Since we have different rates, I have put here R1, R2, R3. Suppose it is 5%, for the next year it is 6%, for the next year it is 7%, and so on. Jitne rates hai aapke paas, you have 3 rates, 4 rates, 5 rates. Accordingly you have to write in the brackets. So uski power mein you don't have to write anything 2, 3. Why? Because it is per year. One year ka with a separate rate you are calculating the amount. So same formula but different rates are multiplied per year. यहाँ पे अगर ये 3 years के लिए होगा तो n will be here 3. तो सेम रेट फॉर 3 years. बट अगर 3 years के लिए आपके डिफरेंट रेट्स हैं, फर्स्ट ईयर के लिए, सेकेंड ईयर के लिए, थर्ड ईयर के लिए, तो वन ईयर का आपका डिफरेंट है, तो आपकी पावर में कुछ नहीं लगता. दैट मीन्स 1 for per annum per year. Now in this chapter you will come across certain words like annually, half yearly, quarterly. What does annually means? Annually तो होता है पूरा साल, कि आपको पूरे साल का आपको निकालना है. What is the compound interest or amount, whatever. So annually word means 1 full year of 1 year, right? Then half yearly means half year, आधा साल, 6 months. अगर 12 months होते हैं full 1 year में, then there are 6 months. Quarterly word have been used, right? Here quarterly is also used frequently. So find out the amount, this is the rate, and quarterly, calculated quarterly. Quarterly means there are 4 quarters in a year. 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, 3 4s are 12. 4 quarters होते हैं, 4 parts होते हैं, right? So quarterly means 3 months, right? Like suppose this is a whole year, 12 months, right? अगर आपको बोला half yearly, 12 का half मतलब आधा आधा, 6 months, राइट? अगर आपको क्वार्टरली बोला तो उसके 4 पार्ट्स हो जाते हैं, राइट? उसमें आपके पास जो है 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months and 3 months. उसमें आपको in 1 year you have 4 quarters, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. So I hope these terms are clear. What is simple interest, what is P, principal, rate, time, how to calculate the amount when simple interest is given, P plus this, how to calculate the amount when rate is given and you have to calculate this yearly. What is compound interest? It is just the difference of the amount and the principal. How to calculate the amount when you have different rates. And what do you mean by annually? Yearly means 1 year, yearly, half yearly means 6 months, quarterly means 3 months, right? Now we'll do some questions related to these formulas, right? Okay, children. So I'm here with two more problem sums, right? Problem related to compound interest and amount, right? Okay, I have taken two questions where you have to find the compound interest compounded annually. Annually means per year, and compounded half yearly means half. How to calculate? So now here, principal is given. I've not written the statement, right? It takes a lot of space, right? Principal I've written here, right? So if n is 3 years, right, rate is 10. So we know that how to find the amount, p 1 plus r by 100 upon power n, right? So n is the, so I've just substituted the value 15,000, right? R is 10 and 3 is this rate here. So we don't have to change r in this, but here we have to change r. So when we have to calculate this 0 cancels with this. Here it's 1 by 10. You have to take the LCM. Here it's 1. So you have to multiply this by 10. It becomes 10 plus 1 power 3. So then you have to do the calculations. Here it's 11. 11 by 10. 11 by 10. 11 by 10. 3 times, because here the power is 3. So you just do the calculation. Zeros you can cancel with this. So 15 into 11 into 11 into 11. It's a big calculation. So the answer will be here 965, right? So what is this? This is the amount. So what was the formula for CI? CI was amount minus principal. So in order to find CI, amount is 19965 minus the principal was 15,000. Then you get the answer 4965. 4965, right? And these type of questions, we have big calculations, right? So what we did, what I have done here, compounded annually mein rate remains same, n remains same, right? Do the calculations. यहाँ पे if it is possible to cancel, you just make it simple, right? Convert it into simpler form. Then take the LCM. Then 11 by 3, 11 by 10 power 3. Then just multiply 11 3 times, 10 be 3 times, do the cutting and all. You'll get this answer. This is the amount. So CI is amount minus principal. Principal is 15,000. So you get the answer of CI. So I hope it is clear how to solve, how to find compound interest or amount compounded annually. Now let us shift to this half yearly. What do we do in half yearly? What are the differences? What are the changes we do? So when it is a question of half yearly, we don't change this P as it is, we have to write. Now the rate here it's 10%, but compounded half yearly. Half yearly means rate को आपको half करना है, right? अगर 10% पूरे साल का है तो half में 5 होगा. So you have to write R by 2. R by 2 means 10 by 2, that is 5. So here in place of R you have to substitute 5 because ये half yearly के लिए calculate हो रहा है. अब आती है बात. Now let us see N. N is 2 years. 2 years में कितने halves होंगे? In 1 year में 2 halves होते हैं. एक साल 1 year में 6 months 2 बार आएंगे. फिर next year भी है 2 years बोला है तो 2 और आएंगे तो 4 halves, right? So in 2 years there are half. 4 halves. तो N will be here 4. N यहाँ पे हम 4 यूज करेंगे because we are solving half yearly. अगर ये annually का क्वेश्चन है तो 2 ही रहेगा. If it is a question of half yearly तो हमें देखना पड़ता है कितने halves है. अगर 1 year बोला तो उसमें 2 halves होते हैं. 2 year बोला तो 4 होंगे. 3 year बोला तो 6 होंगे, right? I hope it's clear. Now we just have to solve this. Yes ही रहेगा. पहले we need to solve the bracket here. Cancel it. 5 1s are 5 2s are 20. 1 by 20 आ गया. Again same taking the LCM. Here it's 1 multiplied by 20. So it's 21 to 20 and here it's 1 power 4. So you have to solve 21. 21 you have to write 4 times because the power is 4. 20, 20, 20 and 20, right? So you can cancel the zeros, right? Now you can cancel it by 2. 2 1s are, 2 8s are. Then this 2 1s are, 2 4s are, 2 1s are, 2 2s are. Here it's 2 10s are, here it's 2 1s are, like that, right? So 21 into 21 into 21 divided by 10. You just have to find the answer. I'll write the answer. It's a very big calculation. 1944194481, right? You can multiply all these 21 into 21, right? And then divide point. Put point for this because there is 10 in the denominator, right? So then you can find CI. Find out the CI. CI is amount minus principal, and you get the answer. What is the amount here? It's 19448.1. Just subtract the 16,000 and just write the answer. I don't have a space there, right? So you can just subtract this. It's a decimal here. You can write it 0.0. Then accordingly you can subtract. Okay, children. So now I'll repeat this two questions again. Compounded, annually, compounded, half yearly. In annually, we don't have to change rate and time as it is and do the calculation. In half yearly, we have to take rate as rate by 2, half. Half 10 ka half is 5. Just substitute there 5 in place of r. Then half yearly mein how will be the number of times? What will be this n? N means time period. In 2 years there are 4 halves. So यहाँ 4 लगा दो and just do the calculations. That will be the amount. ये हमारा amount आया. So what was the formula for CI? A minus B. What is A? A is what we got here. What is P? P is 6 here. Just subtract them and you'll get the answer of CI. Okay, children, now we'll see more questions. Okay, students, now we'll be doing, these are the last two questions which we'll be doing in this video. Okay, now the question of compounded quarterly is left because we have done annually, we have done a question of half yearly. Now the question of compounded quarterly, right? So principal is given, rate is given, time is given, find CI compounded quarterly. What are the changes you have to do for quarterly is that in rate is divided by 4 because there are 4 quarters in a year. This is the rate of 1 year. There are 4 quarters. So 8 by 4, that is 2%, right? Now 1 year is the time period, right? In 1 year I told you there are 4 quarters. So number n, that will also be here 4. So rate is 2% because पूरे year में annually it was 8%, divide by 4 because 4 quarters होते हैं, 8 को 4 से divide किया तो answer is 2. Rate is 2%. Time का हमने क्या किया? 1 year में 4 quarters, n is 4. So here 4. Now let us solve this. So 10,000 here, right? We can cancel it. 2 ones are, right? 2 fives are 10. Okay, now here we can take the LCM. Here it's 50, here it's 1. Multiply this by 50. So it will be 50 plus 1 to the power 4. So A will be 10,000 into 51 upon 50, 51 upon 50, 51 upon 50, 51 upon 50. Why I have written 4 times? Because here the time is 4, right? So this is a big calculation. I'll write just the answer here. So the answer here will be 10. I'll write here 824, right? 132, right? It's a big calculation, it takes time, right? So you can solve this, you can cancel these zeros. 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. Now 51 into 51 into 51 into 51, then 5 5s are 25, 25 5s are 125, 125 5s are 625. उसको डिवाइड कर लो. It's a big calculation, it takes time. अब आपने क्या करना है? CI निकालना है. What is CI? A minus B. A क्या है आपका? 10824. जो भी आंसर है वो A का आता है, right? Principal is given, that is 10,000. तो आप इसमें से 10,000 you will be subtracting, then you will be getting the answer 824.32. So this is the compounded interest, 824.32 rupees. So I hope it's clear. I'll repeat this again. Quarterly means rate was given of per annum. Per annum means annually. So you have to divide by 4. So क्या करना है? एनुअली में कुछ चेंजेस नहीं करने हैं. हाफ ईयरली में रेट हाफ हो जाता है और क्वार्टरली में 4 से डिवाइड हो जाता है. क्वार्टरली में जस्ट डिवाइड दैट रेट बाय 4. टाइम में क्या करना है? टाइम में 1 ईयर है. अगर हाफ ईयरली का क्वेश्चन है तो 1 ईयर में 2 हाफ्स होते हैं. क्वार्टरली का क्वेश्चन है तो 1 ईयर में देर आर 4 क्वार्टर्स. तो एन यहाँ पे 4 होगा. सो डू द कैलकुलेशन. फाइंड CI. ए में से P माइनस कर लो. पहले ए निकाल लो. सिमिलरली आई हैव टेकन वन मोर क्वेश्चन. आई हैव रिटन ऑन द बोर्ड a question having 3 different rates, right? So time here is 3 years, but the rate is different for every year. So here this is the general formula for A, right? When we have different rates R1, R2, R3, then this is the formula, right? So here, what is given here? Principal I have already substituted here. You just solve this or take the LCM. If you don't want to cancel it, 100 plus 6 is 106. So for the second it will be 100, 110. Then third it will be 100 plus 8 is 108. I have just taken the LCM, right? So then you can do the calculations accordingly. So आपके पास, चलो मैं ऐसे लिख देती हूँ, 106, 110, 108, राइट. नीचे आपके पास है 100, 100, 100. जीरोस कैंसिल कर दो जितनी होती है 1 2 3. अब आप 2 2 से कैंसिल कर सकते हैं. मल्टीप्लाई दिस, डिवाइड बाय दिस, राइट. सारा मल्टीप्लाई करके डिवाइड कर लो. सो इट्स अ बिग multiplication. So I'll write the answer here. That is, so 31482. This will be the amount here, right? Okay, children. So now CI, we know that A minus B. So this is A, 31482. You have to subtract the principal, which is 25,000. So you get the answer here, rupees 6482. After subtraction you get this answer, right? Okay, I hope it's clear, children, right? So I'll repeat once again. When you have to find the amount and then the compound interest, and everything is given compounded annually, so no change in the rate, no change in the time, that is n. 1 year लिखा तो 1 डालो, 2 year लिखा तो 2 डालो, rate as it is डालो जैसा है. Then comes half yearly. हाफ के लिए क्या चेंजेस करने हैं? 2 चेंजेस करने हैं. रेट को हाफ कर दो, आर जो भी दिया है 10%, उसको हाफ करो 5%, राइट. और टाइम आपको देखना पड़ेगा. अगर वहाँ 1 ईयर है, 1 ईयर में 2 हाफ्स होते हैं तो एन की वैल्यू 2 होगी. अगर 2 इयर्स है तो 4 हो जाएगा, डबल 4 हाफ्स, ठीक है. 1.5 है तो उसमें 3 होते हैं, बिकॉज 1 ईयर में 2 और एक आधा और, सो 1.5 में देयर इज एन वैल्यू 3, राइट. सो रेट को आप क्या करते हैं, आप ये लिख लें 2 से डिवाइड. देन कम्स क्वार्टरली. इफ इट इज कंपाउंडेड क्वार्टरली, 1 ईयर में 4 क्वार्टर्स होते हैं. अगर टाइम 1 ईयर है आपके पास तो एन वहाँ पे दैट विल बी 4, और रेट को हम 4 से ही डिवाइड करते हैं क्योंकि आपको पूरे साल का, पूरे एनम का, पर ईयर का रेट दिया होता है 8. अब आपके पास है 4 क्वार्टर्स, तो 8 को 4 से डिवाइड करेंगे 2 2 2 2 2. सो वो 4 क्वार्टर्स कंप्लीट हो जाते हैं. सो टाइम, रेट इज डिवाइडेड बाय 4 एंड टाइम इज चेक्ड. इन 1 ईयर 4 है तो 4, अगर 2 इयर्स है तो 8 हो जाएंगे, 8 क्वार्टर्स, राइट, लाइक दैट. अगर 1.5 ईयर है तो कितने होंगे? 1 ईयर में 4, हाफ ईयर में 2 मोर, तो 6 होंगे. 1.5 के लिए 6 क्वार्टर्स होंगे, राइट. सो देन डू द कैलकुलेशंस. हियर यू हैव टू कैंसिल. इफ यू डोंट वांट टू कैंसिल, टेक द एलसीएम. एलसीएम के बाद इसकी जितनी पावर है उतनी बार आपको मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा. 51 51 51 51 50, क्योंकि पावर जितनी होती है उतनी बार आप मल्टीप्लाई करोगे. डू द कैलकुलेशन. फर्स्ट यू विल गेट द अमाउंट. आफ्टर दैट सब्ट्रैक्टिंग CI जो होता है कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट, जो होता है कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट होता है जो लास्ट में जाके आपको पता चलता है. पर ईयरली आपने डिफरेंटली लगाया, एनुअली लगाया, जैसे भी लगाया, तो वो लास्ट में कैलकुलेट होता है. कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट कितना था, प्रिंसिपल इतना था, लास्ट में जाके अमाउंट ये बना. फिर CI क्या होता है? अमाउंट माइनस प्रिंसिपल, दोनों का डिफरेंस. सो आई होप इट्स क्लियर. सो अमाउंट में से हम प्रिंसिपल को माइनस कर देते हैं, प्रिंसिपल हमारे पास गिवन होता है, ठीक है. सो इन दिस फॉर्मूला, दिस वन, sometimes in question principal is not given, rate is given, n is given, a is given. So accordingly we put this values there and solve. Sometimes rate is not given, these values are given, n is given. So accordingly we just modify this formula. अगर rate नहीं है तो आ पहले p नीचे आएगा, accordingly फिर solve होता है, right. So formula is the same. So children, I'm done with this chapter, comparing quantities. It was a big chapter and it is a difficult chapter also. I hope now the doubts are clear, right. Then you can try more questions of the same type, taking the topic, doing my question, and then do the extra questions also. Okay, thank you children. Stay blessed always.